Festival organizers warned the audience that they shouldn't make any noise while the funeral was taking place.
No one told the cat.
No.
The Provincial Drama Festival started back in the 50s, but it was 30 years later when a major change took place. And that change made it the biggest student drama festival in Canada. Carleton North High School students get ready to perform. There are over 1,000 students with pre-stage jitters on the St. Thomas University campus. It's called the New Brunswick Provincial Drama Festival and Conference. It is the largest student drama festival in Canada.
I need places for, it's Tuesday and it's cloudy with a hint of freezing rain, and the Hartland delegation has arrived.
Weldon Matthews wrote the play for his students. It's called the Hartland Bridge Delegation. Written in rhyme, it tells the history of the bridge. Matthews also wrote a page in the history of the festival.
Oh.
Hi, Alfred.
How are you, sir?
Real well. How are
Great
you?
to see you. I brought back a few memories here.
Though the festival began in the 50s, two men changed its course in the 70s.
Following the 77 festival, some of us decided that something better, something different could be done.
That's right. That's why you're here on a campus instead of visiting a school somewhere in the province.
Actually, thank him. His idea, totally.
Well, we worked together on it, but I mean...
Alfred Paul Elias and Weldon Matthews. In the 70s, both were English teachers with a love of drama and a bad habit.
The scene is an unnamed school in the Miramichi Drama Festival, 1976. Plays are going on inside. It's between plays, and Weldon, who I had met, joined me for a cigarette out in the lobby of the school. We thought, let's go grab a quick smoke before the next thing, and somebody involved in that school came out and said, "You can't smoke here." Weldon and I thought, someday there should be a festival where we can smoke.
The result of the sudden expansion of participants in the festival in 1977 pushed Paul Elias and Matthews to act, so to speak.
They went from like 15 plays, I think, to 32 or 33. They had to book another theater all of a sudden, which was like a church basement, in which one group, one member, you know where I'm going with this? Yes, performance scheduled in the church basement. I think a junior high group doing a comedy that they, slapstick comedy that they had worked on for a long time. But funeral happening upstairs in the church. Sound carries. So with the cast backstage, one of the festival organizers warned the audience that they shouldn't make any noise while the funeral was taking place.
No one told the cat.
No. Performed their slapstick comedy to dead silence and no applause, and we're totally devastated.
So we thought, we've got to find a way so that that will never happen again.
They did.
What they're doing now is filling packages with programs and various information, the badges.
Alfred Paul Elias was the front man, doing the interviews, hustling the deal to center the festival at the St. Thomas University campus. Weldon Matthews is much harder to find pictures of. He wrote the programs and guidelines. Together, they mapped out its week-long structure.
So between the two of us, we became a pretty complete human being, you know?
They extended the festival to 1 week, added workshops, centered it on campus, and they changed the awards structure, making it more of a celebration and less of a competition.
particularly in those early years, some very nasty competitiveness, like let's fill up the front row for this play and see if we can distract them or get them to break up because they're the competition and they won't look good. And that sort of went strongly against the spirit of what we thought we were doing.
They carried on their partnership for 5 years, until 1982.
I'm sure you are.
What they did set the stage for the following 24 years.
It was the year after we stopped being in charge that I got to come here for the first time as a participant to see what it felt like to be one of these people, being one of these groups that we designed the festival for. And it worked. And it still works. And every year since, I have been rewarded for the kind of work we did setting up the system originally.
We really wanted them to take notice, and the province to take notice as to what kind of talent there is right under their noses, you know.
New Brunswick is still more comfortable in believing that it's good if it comes from away. But my gosh, look at what's coming from here.
We call you now to gather around and help us celebrate what four good men accomplished back in 1898.
Very good. Tell me, Kathryn, that's a lot of kids there. Well, where are they learning to act? Are there classes?
Well,
But they're cutting back on phys ed and arts classes, so his odds aren't very good, are they?
well, probably not. But he would really like it considered more than just an add-on to the regular curriculum, you know, that it's a legitimate course. But I mean, they're both big proponents of volunteerism and believe that all those kids get out there and they're not getting credits and the teachers aren't being remunerated for it. And so they're very, you know, they know that all the kids there are there and teachers are there because they love drama.
We could see some of these kids on the stage at the Oscars in the years to come, couldn't we?
You never know.
Never know. And they could say, you could say, I knew them back then.
I'll remember that.
Thank you very much, Kathryn.
It was a delight.
As always. We'll be back in a moment with more news.